Welcome to Single.Sensation. This has taken years, and when I say years, I mean years, to talk about being single, living the single life. This has always been a sore subject for me, so this in itself is a praise report. This is something that I've been working on, me and God, trying to understand, have a better understanding of living the single life. Now, I want to get married. That is my greatest desire, to get married one day. In fact, back when I first moved up to San Antonio, I started going to school. One of the teachers gave us an assignment. They said, "Where do you see yourself in 10 years? In fact, I still have the paper. It's pretty interesting. I said, in 10 years, I'm going to be married, have 3 kids, have a house, white picket fence, and the universe will have blessed me with all this amazing stuff." Yeah, I said universe. You see, I didn't really know God. And so then that's where my path changed. So as I read that 10 years later, just by happenstance, it was amazing to reflect and see where God wasn't in my life. And so I could see all the different things, all the different directions, all the different ways that God changed the direction of my path of what I thought my life would go. Now, it was really hard because I was young, I was ready to get married. I've always wanted a family. That's always been my focus. And of course, finish school. But for some reason, that's not the way my life went. And I've just been on this journey, on this path. And I remember a few years back, I told God, if I'm going to be single and be a lady in waiting, which is basically off of a book that I read, if I'm going to be a lady in waiting, I want to do it right. I want to do it right because I want to tell other women, other young girls, what it is to wait on the Lord and to not settle and to trust God and when to know when it's the right time. Now, all of y'all know that I'm still single, of course. So how am I to know when it's the right time? How do I know I missed the opportunity? Well, I'm very confident that I'm right where I'm at, and that's why I've decided to do the video today. Today, after doing that marriage retreat, I told you a little bit of you guys about it. I had the opportunity with another volunteer to cook this past weekend, and it was just such an amazing opportunity to be around that environment, seeing the couples there. And usually I would have just felt very inadequate, felt like I wasn't enough. How come I'm not married? The kind of the pity party we tend to go to, and the cry session of why not me? I mean, I know I'm probably the only one that does that. But anyways, so it was such a blessing, and it was so amazing, and God showed me so many different things, and I began to realize, you know what, I have been the best of who I am and where I'm at, and in every season that I've been in, I've done the best that I can. That's my personality. I persevere, I push forward, I try, I work on myself. I'm not afraid to say, hey, how do I get better in this area? And I'm not afraid to be told, hey, you got to work on this area. Okay, how do I do that? All right, let's work on it. That has always been who I am. So I know, and I'm confident in myself, that I've been exactly who I needed to be in every season. And I know that there's no regret. I know God has a plan for me, and I know it's a good one. And I am simply just wanting to encourage you, what are the things that are God wanting us to do while we wait? I think sometimes we whine and we complain and we say, what if, and how come, and why me, and this and that, and where are all the good guys, and we go on and on and on. We talk bad about the guys, and vice versa, good guys talking bad about the girls, and we begin to kind of just go in circles, and we miss amazing opportunities. You see, if I was able to look back and reflect on the things that I was able to do while being single, I've had a lot of amazing opportunities. In fact, one of my greatest goals has been, what can I do that maybe I wouldn't be able to do had I been single? I mean, had I been married? I thought, what if I'm married? What are some things that I'm not really able to do? I have been able to volunteer. I have been able to, many of you know, I went back to school full time, gave up my apartment, moved in with some great friends, and I've just been focusing on school. In fact, that's where I've been, on school. Crazy. But that's something that I feel like God has given me that chance and opportunity, and I'm going to take advantage of it because I don't have a family. I'm not dating anybody, so that is able to give me the ability to focus on that. Now, some people may say, well, you're missing on the opportunity because you're so focused on this. I said, no. My personality, I know the type of man that I need. Someone who's strong, not afraid, who's courageous, who's gonna say, hey, how are you? And basically be bold about it, even in the midst of the things that I'm doing. So in the next few sessions, the next Fridays, we're going to talk about some goals, some things to look at, and some self-assessments. And these are some of the things that God really showed me. And I'm going to show you some of the scriptures that God has shown me that has really helped me be very content in who I am and where I'm at today. So I look forward to sharing those with you guys. I'm really excited because I'm really at a good place in my life that I'm able to share this with you guys. One thing I'm not going to do, just so you know, I'm not going to tell you who you should or shouldn't date. I'm going to basically give you some ideas as to how to self-assess what works for you, because what I may desire, you may not desire. And the thing is one of the biggest things that I tend to run into, and this is something that I ran into myself. I went around saying, what should I do? What should I do? Asking everybody, what should I do? Because I'm still single, and I even many times beat myself up. Why am I still single? Or why people would ask me, why am I still single, and try to analyze me. Ain't nobody got time for that. So the idea is asking God, what is it that you desire? What is it that's in your heart? And basically kind of self-assessing on that. And what is it, why are we in this waiting mode? Doing the things that God has called us to do, working on those very things. I want to encourage you. I want you to get excited about the life that you're in right now. There's things you can do. There's so many amazing things that you can do as being single. Celebrate and be single. Be your single sensation, if you know what I mean. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for hearing me out. God has a plan, and it's a good one. Watch out. It's going to be some great things coming ahead.